New Google Pixel 11. Today, we are taking a truly cinematic deep dive into the critical, under-the-hood hardware upgrades driving Google's newest flagship. We're looking way past the glossy surface, straight down to the raw silicon, the advanced modems, and the AI engines that make this device tick. So let's dive right in.
Here's a quick look at our roadmap for today. We'll start with the Pixel 11 era. Check out the new Tensor G6 chip, dive into the new modems and thermals, explore agentic AI, look at the upgraded cameras, and finally, wrap up with pricing and the wider ecosystem. All right, section 1, the Pixel 11 era.
Okay, let's just address the elephant in the room right off the bat, because this is the fundamental question on everyone's mind. Historically, Pixel users have really struggled with modem efficiency and excess heat. If you've ever had a smartphone become uncomfortably hot during heavy usage or gaming, turning into a literal hand warmer, you know exactly what I mean. Making thermal management work effectively is absolutely the most important challenge for the Pixel 11 series to solve. So how do they actually do it? Well, while that gorgeous exterior design remains somewhat familiar to us, the real story of the Pixel 11 lies entirely on the inside. Google isn't just relying on a flashy new coat of paint here. They have fundamentally reconstructed the internal silicon from the ground up to ensure steady, consistent, and much cooler performance.
That brings us to section 2, powering up Tensor G6.
The brand new Tensor G6 processor is built on TSMC's incredibly advanced N2.4 2nm class process. Now, this is a massive leap forward from the previous N3E process they used in the Tensor G5. They're actually beating Apple to the punch here. This incredibly small manufacturing node means billions of transistors are packed so much closer together, which drastically improves sheer performance and, crucially, overall power efficiency.
Under the hood, we're looking at a 7-core CPU featuring ARM's newest cores, and it's capped by this blazing fast C1 Ultra running at over 4 GHz. But the real takeaway on the spec sheet is stability. This chipset is meticulously tuned to run cool. They are prioritizing everyday, reliable efficiency over just topping theoretical benchmark charts. Sure, the PowerVR GPU might not break every single mobile gaming record, but this 2nm architecture is exactly what's needed to seamlessly power the cameras and AI, all while staying totally cool under pressure.
Which leads perfectly into section 3. Better modems, less heat.
Google is executing a massive shift in their supply chain here. They are officially leaving the Samsung Exynos modem behind, which, let's be honest, has historically been a primary culprit for those thermal issues, and they're integrating the highly efficient MediaTek M90 5G modem. Think of this as swapping out a clunky, inefficient old engine for a sleek, modern one that simply doesn't waste its energy as pure heat.
One of the biggest changes in the Pixel 11 could be hiding inside the phone. Google is moving to Tensor G6, built on TSMC's advanced 2nm process, while replacing the Samsung Exynos modem with MediaTek's M90 5G modem. MediaTek claims the M90 can reach download speeds of up to 12 gigabits per second, while reducing power drop by up to 18%. For Pixel users, especially in India, better modem efficiency could mean lower heat, better battery life, and more consistent performance.
All right, let's shift gears to section 4, the agentic AI evolution. This is where the smartphone stops just being a static tool in your pocket and becomes a true personal assistant. Google is heavily shifting to what they call agentic AI. This means Gemini isn't just answering your trivia questions anymore, it's proactively completing complex, multi-step tasks right in the background. For example, US-based users can literally have Gemini order their groceries, book rides, or, amazingly, even call businesses to make table reservations for them. Add in the new Rambler dictation and wild accessibility tools, like translating sign language to text right inside the live camera, and you have a deeply intelligent device. But as you can probably guess, running these robust agentic AI tasks smoothly, constantly chugging away in the background, requires serious sustained power. And that is exactly why the Tensor G6 features a 50% faster AI engine, utilizing double the memory bandwidth of last year. But more importantly, it operates with 20% better power efficiency. It basically lets your phone think harder, faster, and longer, without draining your battery or burning a hole in your pocket.
Moving on to section 5, next level camera features. It's a Pixel, so we have to talk about the cameras, right? The beautifully redesigned camera modules feature a very solid hardware bump this year. The Pro models sport an updated main sensor and a highly upgraded telephoto lens that allows 32% more light to enter. That's a massive physical improvement for your low-light shots. But, as always with Google, the real magic is happening deep inside their software processing. Enter Magic Capture. The idea here is simple, but honestly, it's a total game changer. You take a video, and you get absolutely perfect photos as a byproduct. The AI literally sifts through hundreds of frames in real time, automatically picking, cropping, and unblurring the absolute best moments to give you perfect, shareable photographs. You literally never have to choose between taking a video or snapping a photo ever again. It's doing both for you.
And let's look at the speed and resolution upgrades. Thanks to that new Tensor G6 image signal processor, low-light photography with instant night sight is now a staggering 4.5 times faster. Seriously, no more holding your breath and trying to stand perfectly still for 3 seconds in the dark. Plus, content creators are going to love this. You can now shoot stabilized, highly detailed 8K video using Video Boost. It fundamentally transforms the Pixel 11 into a pocket-sized cinema camera.
Finally, section 6, pricing and the ecosystem.
Google is heavily surrounding the Pixel 11 with a truly connected hardware ecosystem. So, alongside the new Pixel Watch 5 and that gorgeous Pixel 11 Pro Fold, they are introducing the brand new Google Pixel Tag. It's priced highly competitively at just $29, and this dedicated tracking device competes directly with Apple's AirTags, running securely on the expansive Android Find Hub network. It's just a perfect showcase of Google finally tying all their hardware and software closer together. As for the phones themselves, here is exactly how the pricing breaks down. The base Pixel 11 and the standard Pixel 11 Pro are holding steady at last year's prices, so that's starting at $899 and $1099 respectively for 256 gigabytes of storage. However, if you want that absolute top-tier display and battery, the Pixel 11 Pro XL sees a $100 price bump up to $1299. That bump is largely driven by the rising manufacturing costs of those incredibly advanced 2nm components we talked about earlier.
And that brings us to the ultimate question for you.
Google has stopped merely iterating on software and has completely overhauled their hardware foundation. With this powerful, incredibly cool running combination of TSMC 2nm silicon, a highly efficient MediaTek modem, and truly proactive agentic AI, has Google finally perfected the ultimate Android experience? One thing is for certain: less heat, more efficiency. Pixel 11.